Lesson: Access Control Mechanisms and User Authentication. Access control mechanisms and user authentication are fundamental components in the domain of data privacy and protection. As digital environments become more complex and interconnected, the need for robust security measures to safeguard sensitive information has never been more critical. This lesson delves into these mechanisms, providing actionable insights, practical tools, and step-by-step applications that professionals can implement directly to enhance their proficiency in data privacy audits. Access control mechanisms are the gatekeepers of information systems, ensuring that only authorized users have access to specific resources. These mechanisms are typically classified into discretionary access control, mandatory access control, and role-based access control. Discretionary access control allows data owners to dictate access permissions, offering flexibility but potentially increasing the risk of misconfiguration. Mandatory access control, on the other hand, enforces strict policies determined by a central authority, which reduces the likelihood of unauthorized access but can be less adaptable to changing needs. Role-based access control assigns permissions based on user roles within an organization, providing a balanced approach that aligns with organizational structures and responsibilities. User authentication complements access control by verifying the identity of users attempting to access a system. Authentication methods range from simple password-based systems to more sophisticated multi-factor authentication solutions. Password-based authentication, though prevalent, is often vulnerable to attacks such as brute force or phishing. Therefore, the implementation of MFA, which requires users to present multiple forms of evidence, significantly enhances security. In practical terms, adopting a robust access control framework involves several key steps. First, organizations should conduct a comprehensive risk assessment to identify potential threats and vulnerabilities. This process helps prioritize resources and efforts towards securing the most critical assets. Second, establishing clear access policies and procedures is essential. These policies should define user roles and responsibilities, specify access permissions, and outline the process for granting, modifying, and revoking access rights. Automation tools such as identity and access management systems can streamline this process, ensuring consistency and reducing the administrative burden. The principle of least privilege is a fundamental concept in access control, advocating that users should have the minimum level of access necessary to perform their duties. Implementing this principle reduces the risk of accidental or malicious data breaches. For example, in a case study involving a financial institution, implementing least privilege access controls resulted in a 30% reduction in security incidents related to unauthorized data access. User authentication strategies should prioritize security without compromising user experience. Biometric authentication, such as fingerprint or facial recognition, offers a seamless and secure alternative to traditional passwords. However, organizations must consider privacy implications and ensure compliance with relevant regulations when implementing biometric solutions. For instance, the General Data Protection Regulation requires explicit consent for processing biometric data, necessitating transparent communication with users about data collection and usage practices. To address real-world challenges, organizations can leverage frameworks such as the National Institute of Standards and Technology Special Publication 800-63, which provides comprehensive guidelines on digital identity management and authentication. This framework outlines best practices for selecting appropriate authentication methods based on the level of risk, ensuring that security measures are commensurate with potential threats. In the context of data privacy audits, evaluating the effectiveness of access control mechanisms and user authentication systems is paramount. Auditors should assess whether access controls are aligned with organizational policies and industry standards, identifying any gaps or areas for improvement. Tools such as penetration testing and security audits can simulate attack scenarios, providing valuable insights into the resilience of access control measures. Additionally, reviewing access logs and conducting user behavior analytics can help detect anomalies and potential security breaches. Statistics underscore the importance of effective access control and authentication strategies. According to a 2021 report by IBM, the average cost of a data breach was $4.24 million, with compromised credentials being one of the most common attack vectors. This highlights the financial implications of inadequate security measures and reinforces the need for robust access control and authentication solutions. In conclusion, access control mechanisms and user authentication are critical components of a comprehensive security strategy in data privacy audits. By leveraging practical tools, frameworks, and best practices, organizations can enhance their ability to protect sensitive information and mitigate the risk of data breaches. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, staying informed about emerging threats and technological advancements is essential for maintaining effective security measures. By implementing the insights and strategies outlined in this lesson, professionals can significantly contribute to safeguarding their organization's data assets and ensuring compliance with relevant regulations.